Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Action Force Kerak figure from Valaverse. And yeah, I gotta say, I've been looking forward to these figures for about a year. And I guess in terms of the background, I believe Bobby Valla, who runs Valaverse, used to work at Hasbro, and I think was kind of left right around the time Classified was starting. So this is kind of what he actually wanted to do with the line, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me below if I'm not right in that. But in any event, these definitely work very well with Classified. More on that later. And this is just a badass character. So let's get right into this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Kerak here looks awesome. And clearly the Valaverse team put a lot of love and care into just every aspect of all of these figures. I mean, I only got two because I got the two that appealed to me. But just overall, I just see passion for this line just everywhere, and that's great to see. Like, and that makes you want to support a line, really, especially an independent one. And yeah, so jumping right into aesthetics, just really cool head sculpt. Again, not based on anyone in particular, and just like it's got a lot of personality. I really love that. It just looks mean, and yeah. Then to come down to the body itself, just really cool, well proportioned. As I had said before, works really well with Classified series, and we'll see that in the size comparisons more directly. But for here, I mean, just a lot of the beats that you see there are here, just in a slightly more realistic tone. And yeah, that's partially why I'm not interested in the rest of the line, but definitely I'm probably going to be all in on the villains here. And yeah, just really cool. One of my favorite things I've noticed about this is the vest. Like, textures are spot on. Like, that looks like leather, and then you've got the like lamb's wool or whatever lining, which actually continues the inside. Like, that's legit as hell. I love that. And you got these little nice touches. The zipper is actually painted separately. Just everything stands out. Wherever they could put paint, they did. And you can see really nice detailing on the belt. All is sculpted. Texture on the pants is absolutely fantastic. Just everywhere they could, they put textures, and paint is only applied as needed, and that's really cool. Like, it allowed them to do more with it. So really, aesthetics overall here are kick-ass. For accessories, we get a sweet loadout. And if you've been following the Valaverse campaign for Action Force, you know that was kind of part of the deal. And not just with the figures, but separately, they've done some excellent accessory packs for those that want to customize and all of that. And I am all about that sort of thing. In fact, I will definitely be using, I've got some extra Valaverse figures on pre-order specifically to do some customization with, which is awesome. So jumping right into accessories, we're gonna start off. You do get a stand, which is really nice, like gunmetal sort of gray. You got this diamond plating look to it, so that's pretty cool. I possibly won't use this because it stands so well on its own, but it's still cool that it comes with that. And then we move on, and we get a helmet, as you saw in the intro with Kerak. And just, I love the shade of silver they used here. Just excellent shine. The nice like splashes of red here look like just pretty sweet. And the shape of the helmet itself is definitely unique. Clearly a Spartan-inspired design, but totally looks cool. And there's just, mine was squished in the package as it's going to do. That's kind of part of the process. So just put that in a little bit of warm water and you're good to go. Then I guess let's get into hands. So it's a lot of hands. So I have the standard grips on right now. This is not what comes out of the package. It actually comes with the fists. But so you get a couple of standard grips. You get a couple of what I just said, fists. Excuse me, because the thing here is kind of, the skin tone's kind of similar to my own. And then we have 2 trigger fingers for each hand. Then we have cupping hands, and these are specifically for one of the accessories we're about to talk about right now. And I'm just gonna say, I love that they just full distribution, so you can make it left or right-handed. And again, as a lefty, I fully appreciate that. And those cupping hands are actually for the shotgun. and really well sculpted here. Looks really cool. I always love this sort of design. So pump action and just really nice, a little bit of texture in there. All black, no paint, but it doesn't need it. And then you actually get a sheath for that, and some really nice detail on here, just some straps, and just, again, I love what they've done with texturing on this figure, just overall with accessories and the figure itself. Then we get some more weapons. So we get a sidearm. Not sure what this is. Again, not really into guns, so can't say, but I know this is based off an actual weapon. Then we get this really sweet axe / tomahawk. These are all made of a very hard plastic, so there is a risk of breakage, so be careful there. But not only that, this is sharp. I almost drew blood earlier trying to take this out of the slot on the back of the belt. So yeah, that's worth noting. But there is beautiful, beautiful paint here with the silver, and the wrap here just looks nice and real, and you got some rivets here. So excellently detailed. And then finally, we get a Bowie knife, and again, that gorgeous silver comes back, a little brown on the handle, and just, it looks fantastic. And it is also that super hard plastic. So definitely a chance of puncture wounds if you're not careful. So yeah, be mindful of that. And that is accessories. When it comes to articulation, I am happy to report that Valaverse gives you both the range and the balance, as you can see here. And that is just, it's beautiful, my friends. So yeah, let's take a look top to bottom as we do. So we're on a ball hinge for the head, and just plenty of clearance and no lollipopping, which is excellent. So you get all the way up. You get really good down, even with the beard, which is fantastic. It's like the slightest bit of tilt there. Again, like not a ton of room, but that's good. And then we come down to the shoulders. We have butterfly joints, which give us really nice range. They're also very smooth. Then we come up to our hinge and swivel at the shoulder. Going into our T-pose, we have bicep swivel. We have double jointed and pinless elbows. Then we have hinge and swivel at the wrist. So all horizontal with the exception of the trigger fingers. I kind of wish the gripping hands were also vertical, but it is what it is. And then we come to the diaphragm where we have a ball joint. So we're going all the way around there. And we have a ball joint at the waist as well. And that's gonna bring us that far forward, which is really natural looking. And then all the way back. And again, just a really natural flow with that double ball joint. So totally appreciate that. We come down to the hips, and as you can see, never mind the axe. And we're coming into full splits territory. That is just wonderful. And there are drop down hips. They're a little tight, so definitely warm up these figures. That you actually, if you order from Valaverse, you do get a sheet of paper saying, absolutely heat up your figure, whether it is with a heat gun or dryer or warm water. I tend to do the warm water method. Then we come into, we have thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees, which we're gonna come to about here. Part of that is the web gear I have right here. But you can remove that if you want more range, slightly more. Then we have boot swivel, and then we have absolutely gorgeous point. We have some awesome forward, like better than any other line I can think of, honestly, beside wrestling figures, honestly. And then Hasbro levels of pivot. So awesome articulation. Moving into size comparisons, here is Kerak with Bone Collector, also from Valaverse, and some Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified series. With some Hasbro. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Action Force Kerak from Valaverse Toys is just, it's a badass figure, bottom line. And yeah, this and the Skull Collector are the Bone Collector rather, are the first figures that I have received here in 2022. And I would say this is off to a banging start because yeah, these figures are great. I think they take a lot of the elements that are present in the G.I. Joe Classified line and actually improve upon them. There's a lot of love and passion put in this line, and even if I'm not all in, the customizability and the just modularity of everything makes it very, very appealing. And I will definitely be in for the villains and for any elements that I can find to use for a custom. So really, this is just a really well thought out line. Bobby Valla has approached this in absolutely the right way. And yeah, I could not recommend this enough. So that being said, I will have a link in the description below for where you can pick up Kerak in all your favorite online retailers, as well as the Valaverse website itself. And yeah, I just go pick it up as soon as possible. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, there will be other ways to support the channel, and I absolutely appreciate every little bit, and those will be listed in the description as well, so please check that out. And yeah, with that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.